your host. I'm on the line with Ed. You've seen him in multiple videos here before. And look at that. Listen. The screen behind me says it all, man. 140 to 89. New York Knicks win the series against the Atlanta Hawks 4-2. They dominate this team. I was at the watch party. I've already did some lives from there, so it'll be uploaded to the channel. So you guys will see that shortly. I am elated. Elated. As a matter of fact, I think we got Josh trying to get in on this too, man. So let me see if I can hit him up. But you know what? I'm gonna let me see. Let me see if we get my. Give me 1 second, ladies. This is a fabulous night, ladies and gentlemen. Please leave your message for. Incredible night, man. Incredible night, man. Absolutely incredible night. I'll say this: being there was awesome. I told you guys, if this coach just uses his strengths that he has with this team, plays the guys he's supposed to play, the Atlanta Hawks we would wipe them out. I told you there was nobody to stop Cat. As a matter of fact, in the league, if Karl Anthony Towns is used properly, the Knicks win. I'll even go further. The Pacers series we played last year in the finals, where we lost horribly, inexplicably, we were a better team, and that got Tibbs fired for underachieving and underutilizing the team he had. Had the Knicks played to Karl Anthony Towns' strengths, used a consistent pick and roll, pick and pop, low post, mix in a little bit high post beyond the three-point line with a little ISO, but let the offense take advantage of what you had. Because be quite honest, man, Miles Turner was not stopping Cat, nor was Siakam. We had a huge advantage that we did not use. And as a matter of fact, Tibbs benched him in the game too, which to me was the ultimate downfall of him. He gave the game away. But we're not going to do revisionist history. I only bring that up to say this. Mike Brown was put on notice a couple of games ago after that Game 3 debacle. I believe, and I that's just from the heart, I believe this. James Dolan got with Worldwide West, Rose, the rest of these guys within the Knicks organization, the media go-tos that they have, and leaked it out there. And I believe it was true because it got to Shams. And Shams is the most straightforward guy you can ever have as far as giving you the truth on what's going on in the NBA. Shams said that they were looking at another coach, and that he was hearing that Brown was not going to be safe if the Knicks were to lose this series or not get to the finals. James Dolan came out early on in the year and put it out there that he was expecting an NBA Finals. Dolan normally gets a lot of hate. I'm not necessarily one of those that hate on Dolan because I know the man wants to win. It's just sometimes you don't know how. Right. And I get that. And I agree with that. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate an owner that sets the bar high for this team. I thought Brown was shuffling. Brown was taking it for a joke. And once he heard that, Mike Brown said with his girl that he likes to talk about a lot, which is good, but he probably spoke with her, and she's like, "Yo, my G, man, stop the ish now, all right? Stop all of the catchphrases. Stop the coughing. Stop all of that nonsense. Play your center, or we're gonna be out of a job. Not just you, me. Like, bro, you costing the family. Because if Mike Brown would have got fired after losing this series, he'd be like Tibbs now. As much as media loves Tibbs and Tibbs is this, that, and that, where is he now? Tibbs, nobody's calling for Tibbs. Nobody's trying to hire Tibbs. Period. And I don't say that hating on Tibbs. I appreciate Tibbs, But I'm just trying to give Knicks fans in media a reality check. And the same would have been for Mike Brown. This is a young man's league with coaches that need to be able to adapt and use their strengths. The strengths of this New York Knicks team, I'm going to tell you right now. Defense. I've been a Knicks fan since 1979, baby. Michael Ray Richardson, rest in peace, who passed this year, was the reason I became a Knicks fan.
Greatest point guard ever.
Greatest Knicks point guard ever. No, second greatest behind Clyde. Walt Clyde Frazier. The Knicks blueprint, every time they've been successful, from the 2 championships that we've won to the 90s Knicks with Patrick, all the way up to even the Carmelo Knicks, down to these Knicks now that we're at, the Jalen Brunson group. Defense. Remember, I told you guys in the preview, Miles McBride made the best statement of any Knick I heard before the series started. If we communicate on defense, we play on a string together defensively, we should be fine. I never worry about the Knicks offensively. What I worry about is a coach not utilizing them offensively, not using the players he has. Tibbs didn't use them. Mike Brown was underutilizing them. Not using Cat, not going enough to OG, not having enough movement in that offense, but really recognizing that the Hawks were doubling Jalen all day and not using the number 3 center in the league, who can pass, who can shoot, the greatest shooting center of all time. I said all that to say, guys, I am happy. I'm very happy tonight. Thank you, Chopper96. I see you in there, my G. Yeah, I got the glasses, got the hat, I got the score behind me too, my G. I am lit. So at that watch party, enjoyed the energy of the Knicks fans there. We were stunned. Listen, I told you the Knicks would win this game and finish the series off. I'm not even going to try to be a Monday morning quarterback and say I thought they would do this. Not in a million years that I think they would demolish the Hawks like this. But what it did do, and I'm going to let Ed finish after this part, it put the NBA on notice. In the East, now we're looking at the Celtics, 76ers. We've beat both of these teams the last 2 years in the playoffs. And we did it with teams that were battered at different times, man. The Celtics team, and people like to look at the Tatum injury, we were dominating that team before the Tatum injury. We had like 2 stupid losses where we just, again, went away from what we know how to do. But for the most part, the Knicks were winning that series anyway. The 76ers series with Dirty Embiid pulling on Mitch's ankle and injuring him, we won with a short-handed Knicks team against that 76ers team. So, and listen, you look at the score now, 76ers winning over the Celtics, and that's another thing. The Celtics don't have an answer for Joel Embiid. They only have one big man, Kuda, the African guy, brother. Their starting center. So I knew once Embiid came back and could play, they were going to be in huge trouble because they were able to get away with that low center presence all year. Now, so if the Celtics advance, Embiid is going to have Cat, who's going to be like Birdman, rubbing their hands together, baby, waiting to face him. A lot of history there. You guys do the YouTube Googles. Cat and Embiid have had beef for a very long time when they were younger players, man. So that if that happens, that'll be a great series, man. But I think the Knicks can beat them. Period. Not saying it's easy, but the Knicks can beat beat 76ers. I can see that. The Celtics will be ready to go, ready to come at the Knicks. But guess what? If you remember, I posted a video with my boy Inf, who's also a friend to the channel. You've seen a lot of videos from Inf. Inf was the only person that I've heard on the internet say that the Celtics could lose and would probably lose. And he said it because Tatum is not 100% healthy, and it would take him time to ramp up and get back to where he was the previous year. I didn't hear anybody. And when Imp said it, and look at the video. When Imp said it, it's the very last video with Imp. When Imp said it, I was like, word? I was kind of taken back. But then I thought about it, and I'm like, that's a brilliant take. Brilliant take. I didn't hear anybody say that. And lo and behold, Celtics are in trouble now, man. So either or, that's who we're facing next. But guys, it was a historic night for the New York Knicks, 140 to 89. And we're gonna go through this game on this live, this glorious live. Ed, I've said enough. I want you to cook, my brother. Speak to the people, brother. Go ahead.
Like I said, bro. First and foremost, I was on a train coming from work, and that's like my text you. I said,
Yeah.
Is this real?
Yeah.
Somebody playing a game?
I was coming from the watch party. Yeah. Go ahead, bro.
So once I seen that, and I was checking the score as soon as I was getting some good reception, and I seen the score, I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Defense must be on. And then I started watching some clips, and I'm like, wow, defenses, they're all pulling together.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as I got home, I turned on the TV and I'm seeing that they're all pulling together. Yeah. That's all I wanted to see. That's all I wanted to see. That, and I wanted to see Brunson pass the ball, not move the ball, but pass the ball to his place to get everybody off. And you know, we've been talking about, especially me. I've been talking about pass the ball.
Yep. Oh, hold on, give me 1 second. 1 second. Let's see if we could do this. If not, then it's all good. Ed will be right back. But I do want to say this. Phenomenal game.
Supposed to be.
Hold up, Ed. Just repeat. Yeah. I was trying to get Josh on the line, but it's all good. Just repeat just your last thought that you just said, man. Just for the people.
Oh, about the defense?
Yes, go ahead, bro. Yep.
The defense, they played all together. They played. I'm a little upset because I didn't watch it from start to finish, but that's the best I've ever seen. And if they could just continue that, and they with their togetherness, oh my gosh, we could have the NBA Cup and the finals.
Hey, Ed, and I'll just add this real quick, and I think Knicks fans forget this. We have arguably always a perennial defensive player of the year in OG. We also have one of the who he still is always in that conversation for a defensive player of the year in Mitch when he's healthy. He's a little bit older now, but Mitch is a series changing player. If you guys out there remember the closeout game against the Cavs when this Jalen Brunson team, this whole team started to take off when we eliminated the Cavs, and a lot of people didn't pick us to beat the Cavs. The MVP of that series was not Jalen Brunson. It was Mitchell Robinson. Before the series began, when I was listening to interviews from the Hawk players and from Quinn Snyder, one of their biggest concerns, other than Brunson, was Mitchell Robinson. He creates extra possessions. He clogs the paint. And this is what I don't hear people talk about enough. Mitchell Robinson is a great perimeter guy who can go out on the shooters and cover and rotate to the shooters. Very few centers in the NBA can do that, man. He can do that with his quickness, his defensive IQ, and his wingspan. So you have him. Then you have Deuce, who's another great defender on those guards. And then you have Josh Hart, who's played a lot better. Josh Hart impressed me this series with his defense on CJ. He did. Go ahead, Ed.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Ed.
Yeah, like going back to what I was saying also too. Mm-hmm. Shout out to Roy Hebrew.
Yeah.
Because he's been saying, and I always listen to him, and I always listen to other guys at All Ball TV.
Yes, All Ball TV, Raw Hebrew Remnant, Knicks Fan TV. It's a lot of great guys out there, man.
Yeah.
You know.
This is a good Knick win, and this is a great Knick win for all of us fans who've been around, who've been they're in the bad trouble times and everything, but this is a good day.
Bro, man.
Good day. Like what, that song from Ice Cube?
Today was a good day. Yeah.
Yeah, right there. And my man Towns had a triple-double.
Mr. Round got a triple-double. Yo, Ice Cube. Yeah, brother. Yo.
Second triple-double.
Put him on the court and he's trouble. Mr. Round got his second triple-double.
Triple-double.
How about that? A center. Which means Brunson doesn't have to bear the whole responsibility of distributing the ball. When Cat moves the ball like that and the offense goes through him and Brunson, now JB can be a decoy. He can play off ball. He can, and then that enhances the ISO because by the time the ISO comes, they're so scared to double because of Towns. Now they got to go one-on-one. And this is another thing. This is what I want to say quick because I noticed this in last year's season as well as this year's season. And I heard a lot of these, and I'm not just say ESPN, but a lot of these guys on the net. Oh, Dyson Daniels is a great defender. He shut Jalen down and make it difficult. I'm going to keep it a buck. The games that I've seen with Jalen Brunson, again, he scores on Dyson Daniels, man. He gets what he wants on Dyson Daniels. I've watched enough of this now from the last year to this year. Dyson Daniels ain't stopping no Jalen Brunson, man. All right? No one person is stopping him. What stops Jalen Brunson is when they begin to bring the double team or when when he settles for a bad shot against a defender versus cooking him and spreading the ball. But Jalen Brunson one-on-one, Dyson Daniels is not stopping him. So could we stop with that? Yo, bro, that's kind of like when they had Russell Patterson when he was the Kobe stopper. Or that dude back in the day. Remember that guy from Ruben Patterson from the Portland Trailblazers. They used to, Sean Kemp was in his ear like Kobe stopper. Kobe. Nah, Kobe was like, get out of here, man. You ain't no Kobe stopper. And then Kobe used to cook him. And it's the same thing with Jalen Brunson. No one person is stopping Jalen Brunson. All right, so let's put that Dyson Daniels shut Jalen Brunson down to bed. All right, night on that. Let's put that to sleep, man. All right, yeah, man. Go ahead, Ed.
Like I said, it was just a good day. It's a good day. It's a good day. I can go to sleep.
Yeah.
Good, great sleep
tonight. All right, what we gonna do? You guys see behind me? We'll just go through this beautiful Knicks stat line. OG Anunoby, 29 points, 11 of 14 from the field, 4 of 6 from 3, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 4 steals, man.
Ooh.
OG Anunoby, and this is the next thing that I want to say. As a number 3 guy, he might be one of the best number 3 guys in the league. He's a two-way player that has traditionally come up big in the playoffs for us each year. About the only game I remember OG dropping was, I think it was the second to last game against the Pacers last year where he didn't really show up. But OG the game that we went to watch the Knicks win in Philadelphia, that's on the channel. You guys should look that video up. Me and my wife, my son, watching Jalen Brunson score the largest one-game playoff total any Knick has ever scored. Who gets forgotten in that game, who was very clutch, was OG. On the boards and scoring and clutch shots, man. OG has been it. And you know what? It's crazy. I'm also keeping an eye on the Toronto Raptors series with Cleveland. RJ has been balling out. He has played excellent. I'm a huge RJ Barrett fan. I always will be. Once a Knick, always a Knick. I'll always support RJ. And he loved the Knicks. He loved being a Knick. But, man, OG's ability, you know what it is, bro? OG's ability to be dominant offensively and defensively is incredible. Like this man, I mean, he's been phenomenal as a Knick. He's been phenomenal. That's a trade that it worked out for both parties. They got a point guard, and and this is just a quick, just quickly. Toronto would be up in that series and probably might have eliminated Cleveland had Emmanuel quickly been healthy.
Yeah.
If Quick was healthy, they have no point guard. Yeah, they got no point guard. So if Quick was healthy with the way Barrett's playing, RJ, they would have beaten the Cleveland Cavaliers. But I'm saying all that. It's good, bro.
Brandon Ingram is hurt too.
Yeah, Ingram got hurt this last game, man. You know, and that's another thing. I'll just touch into that quick, and then you cook from there. And another thing, injuries are vital and have been extremely pivotal in these NBA playoffs, man. On the Toronto Raptors side, Emmanuel quickly, Brandon Ingram getting hurt the last game. Huge. On the and with the Philadelphia 76ers, Embiid being out for most of that series, man. You get a healthy Embiid, they might dog walk the Celtics because the Celtics have no interior presence other than that center. They traded for Vukovic, but he played zero defense. And the way they've used him, mentally, he's not the player he once was, man. You know what I mean? You look at the Orlando Magic Detroit Pistons series, man. Franz Wagner being hurt and out, maybe not for the rest of the series, man. That affected them hugely in that last game, bro. Or they might have won and closed out the Pistons, man. So I mean, Lakers series against the Rockets. The Lakers are playing without possibly the league MVP and somehow managed to be up 3-0. So you imagine if Luka was healthy. And then there's KD. KD's not there. So I'm thankful to the Father that our team has been healthy and have been spared any of these debilitating crisis injuries, man. The closest we had was when OG hurt his ankle twice, but thank God this guy was good. You know, if we stay healthy and we're coached properly and we play on a string, I think the Knicks can not only make the finals, but depending on the matchup, the Knicks can win it. But it depends. But let's not jump ahead. That's what happens a lot of times when you're pumped up over a win. Let's just celebrate this win, y'all. Let's just enjoy this, man. Not even it's the second round, You know, we like to pontificate and all that stuff, but let's just enjoy. Look at that. 140-89. Look at that, man. Look at that. We did that. Yo, Knicks, our team did that, man. Woo!
Times triple double.
2 triple doubles in one playoff series, man.
Where's all the haters? Where's all the haters like Shaq and inside Charles Barkley? Where's all the haters?
Listen, man. Shaq got it wrong. Go ahead, bro.
Not only them. Skip Bayless. You heard what Skip Bayless said?
Nah, what did he say? You tell me, bro.
He said before this game, he said, I don't trust the Knicks. I'm picking Atlanta. The Knicks don't know how to close out games. They play with their food. You know, that boy, he said all of that. And I said, I was looking at the score on the train. I said, all right, you better make your video and apologize. Well, listen, a lot of people to be.
Bro, if you go back to last year, bro, we closed out the Celtics the minute we went back home, bro. We did what you're supposed to do if you're a top flight team. We just lost against the Pacers. We never had a closeout game against the Pacers. We only lost that series because we inexplicably dropped those first 2 games because of wretched coaching. That's it. Yeah. That is it. If we're coached properly in that and those 2 games and the bench is used and guys are fresh, and you know, again, Tibbs realizes he has an all-star on his team, not just a regular center, but an all-star top 3 center that can pass and do it all. You know, we win. But again, and I don't. And it was Cat's first year, but I really put a lot of that on Tibbs, man. But we would have closed them out, and we would have been in the finals against OKC. So a lot of these guys, I don't listen to them, man. The closeout game against the Cavs, the game I mentioned where Mitch dominated, we weren't picked or favored to win that series, man. A lot of people picked the 76ers to beat us, man. That same previous year, that series I was at. Oh, Embiid, Maxey, the Knicks have no one like that on their team. Oh, they're done and this and that. And Julius was hurt. Julius going for the year. Who did they got? And we beat them in 6 games. Just like we beat this team in 6 games. Oh, Jalen Johnson and the athleticism of this Hawk team, and then CJ McCollum. I had to hear for the first 3 games how this guy was traded to CJ. I had to hear this nonsense. And again, I don't mean to toot my horn, but I'm going to toot it. The preview I told you guys, one of the reasons that I picked the Knicks is there's no more Trae Young. Trae Young was an assassin. He was younger than CJ. He was a better ball distributor than CJ. Great point guard. And he can get his shot at any time, man. And he was deadly. Trae Young, I worried about. CJ McCollum, I think it was just stupid coaching why he was able to get off and get on that run that he got on. I really thought it was just stupid coaching. I didn't think it was. I thought he played well, but I really thought it was 80% stupid coaching, man. But like I said, we celebrate tonight. This coach has his head screwed on right. Players are locked in. Like Deuce said, they're on a string, playing together defensively. And Mitch, we love you, bro. We thank you for standing up for the Knicks. We thank you for letting the rest of the league know this ain't no soft Knick team. This is a gritty Knick team, man. And we smart. Mitch is not stupid. Mitch could have picked up Dyson Daniels by his freaking jersey and hung him up. But he's like, nah, bro. I'm not. He figured, look, I ain't gonna snuff you, bro. I'm not getting thrown out. But I mean, he still cheated and threw him out. The guy didn't throw a single punch. All he did was restrain a guy. You know what I'm saying? But it's whatever. It's whatever, man. Hey, Ed, before we go, what are some of the surprises of this NBA playoffs that you've seen so far?
All around surprises. Minnesota.
Yeah.
Minnesota. Shout out to Big Ragu. He's hurt.
I know, man.
It's a shame that he's hurt, but Minnesota. That's a big surprise for me.
Yeah.
And I want Julius and Dante need to, you know what I'm saying? Because they still would have been with us.
I miss Big Ragu, man. I miss his heart.
Like you said, once a Knick, always a Knick.
Yeah.
So man. I always give them that pass. Every good Knick to me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna go off a little tangent right
now. Go ahead, bro.
They were.
It's a celebration. That's my Rick James voice. Go ahead, bro.
Yo, I remember when OG we came in as a rookie, and the Knicks was always playing. You know, the first year when what's his name?
RJ?
Scott Perry signed them.
Yeah.
Scott Perry signed
Julius. Yeah.
They was playing Toronto.
But Toronto used to kill us. Toronto used to kill the Knicks. They were rough with the Knicks.
OG was killing.
He was tough.
Game I'll never forget.
Yeah.
Every time Randall scored, OG would score. OG had every time that season.
Yeah.
OG had like 25, 28, 30.
Bro, if you think back to those Knicks teams, because me and Josh used to be at these games. We used to go to these games, man. RJ used to clap his hands trying to get the ball. Julius would have tunnel vision. And it wasn't just only Julius. It was, who was the brothers? The 2 brothers in the NBA. Literal, like brothers. Oh, my gosh. I'm forgetting.
You're talking about the twins?
The twins.
Marcus and Marquise.
Yeah.
Morris.
The Morris twins. The one that we had. I think we had Marcus Morris. Marcus Morris he was good for us, but he used to chuck RJ. Julius used to chuck RJ.
Yeah.
I never forget that. And it was a lot of selfish basketball back then.
Portis too.
Yes. Portis used to chuck too, man. I fast forwarded to now, and I am so elated with seeing the basketball move. I mean, look at that. Jalen Brunson had 8 assists in the game. 17 points. Normally, Jalen Brunson would score 17 points. You think the Knicks are in huge trouble. But look at that. 10 assists from Cat, 8 assists. That's 18 total assists from center point guard with minimal turnovers. Sharing is caring. On great shooting percentage. 50% from the field for Julius, man. 50, oh my God. Cat was 1 for 4, but again, the rest of the Knicks were great. And this is another thing that I want to point out. The entire Knick roster scored. Everybody. This guy Brown played everyone, man. Everyone. Yay. That's the anti-Tibbs. Yo, that's the anti-Tibbs, bro. Everybody, bro. It was a conga line, man. Oh my God, bro! It was like No Way Jose from WWE. He used to have, wrestler. He used to have that conga line around the ring. It was a conga line. The whole team scored. The whole team. Woo! Rick James voice, man. Not Rick James. Rick Flair voice. Woo! I am elated. Ed is elated, man. No complaints from this game whatsoever. One of the best Knicks performances in playoff history. And the Knicks, contrary to a lot of belief, a lot of haters online, how much games y'all played in the playoffs? How much? The Knicks have had a playoff history, man. And the two, when we were on our dynasty run, those Walt Frazier, Willis Reed, Dave DeBusschere teams, the Knicks beat some incredible teams in the playoffs. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's Bucks, the Celtics teams, man, with Cowens and all these guys. The Jerry West, Wilt Chamberlain, Elgin Baylor team. So the Knicks they've had great runs. Even if you want to even go further than that, man, the Knicks have had some great runs in the playoffs, man. We've done some things in the play. We're not the greatest, but we're not slouches either. So we've had some good moments, man. This one is up there, man. This is up there, bro. If I'm thinking, Ed, off the top of my head, great performances by the Knicks. I think it was the 1991 or 1990 Knicks against the Celtics in Boston Garden, Game 5, where Patrick Ewing hits the 3. Patrick Ewing completely dominates the game. Dominates in Boston Garden. That for us was unheard of then, man.
Right.
If I'm thinking about games I remember that I never forgot, the Bernard King game 5 against the Pistons with Isaiah and Kelly Tripucka, where Bernard just goes berserk and just puts the team on his back, man, and just dominates, man. Against Isaiah Thomas, one of the greatest NBA players I've ever seen, and Kelly Tripucka was a very good scorer then. So I though that stands out, of course. The Patrick Ewing putback dunk where Starks goes off in that game as well, Game 7 against the Pacers to go to the finals. I mean, it's a lot of the next win in Boston, where the Knicks close out the Celtics with that Knicks mixtape team with Melo and those guys. There have been a lot of really good Knicks wins. I mean, the Brunson era has had some beautiful Knicks wins. Close out in Cleveland, the close out against the 76ers in Philly.
Speaking of that, they just won too.
I know, bro. What's the final score, bro?
106-93, I believe.
Yeah, they won going away.
Let me double check that.
Yeah.
Let me double check that. Or fact check that. Yeah, 106-93.
How much Embiid had?
Let me look at that. So the series is now tied 3-3, correct?
3-3. Yeah, going back to Boston for elimination game. That's good for us. Whoever we playing is going to play the extra game.
Yeah.
Which is why, and listen, I want you guys out there to realize, let me just make this point. A lot of media, after the Knicks had the back-to-back blowout wins, had the narrative now of, Knicks fans are fickle. Knicks fans panicking. Knicks fans always wanted the coach fired and this and that and that. Let me explain something, man. The way the Knicks played the first 3 games was not only valid, but it was warranted. This coach needed a fire lit under him because I thought he took this team for granted. I thought he was overlooking the Hawks, and I thought he was very stubborn. He had been hearing that Cat needed to be involved more, but he was like, I'm a coach. Me and my staff game plan. We know what we're doing. It took the audible from James Dolan to be called, and the rest of the Knicks hierarchy like, no, my G, you don't know what you're doing. And if you remember this, the condition for the Knicks coach that was going to be hired after Tibbs was let go was that it was no longer this full autonomy that Tibbs had, where it was Tibbs' way or the highway. Now, that coach needed to be in contact and constant communication with the hierarchy, with Worldwide West, with Leon Rose, with Dolan to a degree. There was no longer this, I'm gonna ice you guys out. I'm the coach, I know what I'm doing. No, 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 no. This was a conditional hire. People forget that. So I think Brown forgot that when he had to be reminded, look, my guy, we're hearing from every major, and listen, we were the first. I don't want to say necessarily we were the first to say it, but I think we were, because I had been shouting this from last year when Tibbs was the coach. Before the season began, when they got Towns. My whole dream of us getting Towns, why I love the trade, is I thought we would have a master pick and roll that no one could stop. And I thought Towns would be able to be established on the lower block. That was what I imagined and what I kept yelling for. So when you get ESPN and all these other guys saying that, now you can't escape it. Dolan has to hear that from all of his guys, man, and Leon and Worldwide West and all these other guys. So the fact that it was it was drilled into him, it got us the result we said that we wanted, man. It was what we wanted. It was the reason you heard Knick fans yell out. It was the reason you heard me for like every single post that I made was the same thing. The same thing, man. Get the big man the ball. Work through him. Get him in low post, foul line. And this is not just an Atlanta Hawk thing. No one, the closest person that could give him any kind of fits is probably Embiid, just because of Embiid's ability to score. But I think Embiid is still he's still a guy that's coming back off injury. Cat is healthy. Cat has confidence. We know how to use Cat properly. Cat is a better passer than Embiid. Better shooter than Embiid. And now, the way Cat is playing defense, bring it on, man. And then Cat didn't forget the beef he had with Embiid. Embiid is a troll. So you get up to play him. The Celtics just don't have nobody to play him. Man, that's just it. But we do. We not only, and think about this, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna put this out there. Just a little tidbit. If the Knicks do face the 76ers with Embiid, not only do the Knicks have one center that has beef with Embiid and Cat, and Embiid saying, "Oh, I'm in his head," and them fighting. Look it up, y'all, for you young guys. Look that up. Just put in Cat versus Embiid and watch them fight as youngsters, man. There's no love lost there. Then you got Mitchell Robinson, who was viciously hurt by Cat. One of the dirtiest plays. Not hurt by Joel Embiid. My bad. Which cost him his entire playoff run. Us. So we had to go without Mitch because of that guy, man. In a game that I felt Embiid should not only have been kicked, he should have not only be given a flagrant, he should have been kicked out of the game. They ejected Mitchell Robinson for not even throwing a punch. This guy Embiid grabbed Mitchell in midair and yanked on his ankle. Not even close to a basketball play. Probably not even a play in the WWE. Not even a legal wrestling move in the WWE. You know? So I think Mitchell Robinson has posted online just, I'm gonna work back to this from this injury, and I can't wait to get, and Mitchell Robinson has no love lost for Embiid. So you're gonna have two guys at pumped up on a high level to get a business to Embiid, man. So it'll either series will be great. That one will be extremely intriguing. Just the backstories that we just mentioned. But man, and then the Celtics wanting revenge and all that stuff. But bring them on, man. Yeah, bring them on.
And I'm not gonna stop saying this.
Mm-hmm. Say it, bro.
NBA Cup to the finals. all I'm saying.
Great point, Ed. Great point, Ed. Listen, Adam Silver. Adam Silver. Come on, man. See this? We're bankable. Knicks fans are all across the globe, not just in New York, not just in Atlanta, like you heard tonight. We are
Orlando.
Not only in Atlanta, they're everywhere. When we beat the Celtics 2 straight in Boston, there were a lot of Knicks fans in that stands. You heard them. Sometimes these guys, like Atlanta, have to play that background music and stuff to drown out the fans.
Yeah.
Take a chance on us, Adam Silver.
Orlando too.
Absolutely. That's where Raw's from. Raw he used to do shows from there. Raw Hebrew Remnant, man. Another great Knicks podcaster. But again, take a chance on us. We have the largest fan base in the NBA. I'm betting that. And die hard, not just Johnny come lately guys. You won't be wrong. You won't be let down, man. All right, a little favorable. Yeah, I'm saying a little favorable whistle here, there. Come on, we watch Shea Gilgeous-Alexander get every whistle known to man in that Phoenix series, man. Let my guy Brunson get a little of that. Let Cat get a little of that. So you won't be wrong. You won't be sorry.
You heard what Devin Booker said on the.
I loved it. I would have, yeah, bro. I spoke on it on a live I did, but I mean, man, what did you think? I already spoke on that, man. Him and Dylan Brooks. What did you think about that, bro?
When he said that, I was like, wow. Mm-hmm. They're gonna listen to him because he's legit.
Yeah,
he's legit. So from him coming out of his mouth and yeah, because he usually gets the calls too.
Yeah.
And he damn near should get all of them calls, but they missed it. They missed it bad.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow. So he have all right to call him out.
Yeah, man.
He probably might get fined. But oh well, I'll take that fine.
Listen,
I'm
man.
gonna call him out too if I was a player. Yeah.
Nah, you have to say that because you're putting pressure on the refs to get it right. Phil Jackson used to do that a lot. The great Phil Jackson, man, used to do that a lot when he was with the Bulls and with the Lakers, man. Pat Riley, the great Pat Riley, one of our greatest coaches ever, behind Red Auerbach, man, and then Van Gundy was able to do that. So you got to put pressure on the referees, man. That's what an excellent head coach does. All right, so I mean, again, so I'm gonna end this live. I'm hungry, y'all. Gotta eat. I'm drained. I am very happy. Ed, you got any closing thoughts, man?
Closing thoughts.
Yeah, brother.
I'm just waiting to see who we're gonna play. Mm-hmm. Because if Boston wins, we're gonna play them Saturday, correct?
Let's do a prediction. I'll give mine first. I'm gonna go with my man Inf. I think the 76ers win this series, and I'll tell you why. They have no answer for Embiid. Embiid and Cat are bringing back the center in the modern NBA game.
Yeah.
When I grew up watching NBA basketball back in 79 and through the early 80s, centers, the game was played inside out. That's why shooters were able to get free space and most of the great centers could pass. Kareem could pass. That's the thing people don't realize. They just look at Kareem as just the skyhook king and the scoring king. But Kareem could pass. The greatest center I've ever seen in my life, Akeem Olajuwon, could pass. So it's a key element to the offense then. I think with what we're seeing now, we're getting back to that. If you look at the championship OKC Thunder, our old center, who actually got us all the way to nearly getting to the Eastern Conference Finals a couple years ago, Isaiah Hartenstein, could pass. Rebound, scoring is limited, but he was a very good passer. It helps when you have that on your team. So, I mean, all that to say, I think that there's nobody that's going to be able to stop Embiid. And I think the guy who I had originally picked for Rookie of the Year, but he ended up getting hurt and injured and kind of fell off. VJ Edgecombe. I think VJ has a big game in Boston. Plays fearless as a rookie and steps up to the plate. But I think Embiid takes him home. Maxi's Maxi. And I think you'll have a great game from Jaylen Brown, but I think Tatum's going to struggle that game. And I think the I think the Celtics win in Boston. Final prediction, let's see.
Celtics or 76ers?
No, 76ers. I'm sorry. Thank you, bro. 76. I think the 76ers win 105 to 100 over the Celtics. 76ers 105 to 100 over the Celtics, and we end up playing the 76ers in the second round. What do you think, Ed? Give me your prediction for that last game.
Paul George gonna have 20. If he has 24 to 27 points, yeah.
Okay.
76 is gonna win.
Okay.
I want to see a resurgence of Paul George.
He's played well this series, man. I mean, he's. I'm happy he's healthy, man.
Definitely.
Yep. All right, y'all. So we closing out. Very happy recap. 140 to 89. Elo from Fan Pros. Ed, we are signing out, and we will talk to y'all soon, man. Peace.
Peace out.
Peace out. All of you guys, be healthy, be safe. All of your families. We'll talk to you guys soon. Later.
Yep.
Let's go, Knicks.